Alright, so if you weren't here for the last stream, or if you're watching the second video now, we finished up, we got through, we've rung both the bells. So we can go through now to Sen's Fortress. But I am thinking at the very least, we should, I reckon we go fight the Hydra. Because we need to do that sort of quest line just to get the merchant to appear. Now we did get we've got a +10 weapon already. I found out where the very large ember is, so that's not until, we won't get that until after Anor Londo. Because that's in New Londo Ruins, and it's, I don't, you might be able to go down there, but it's an area I'd rather not traverse just yet. I'm not gonna lie, I asked my wife to wake me up at 10:30, so about 7 hours, and I woke up, I was like, why the fuck did you say that? I'm exhausted. Because I'm using, what I used to use for streams was Streamlabs, and I remember I tried to record and stream at the same time on that, and it fucking shit the bed. Now I'm using OBS, and streaming seems much better, and it seems to be, I'm able to record, so we shall see how that ends up. With your extensive knowledge of this, how long do you think it will take to platinum this? Ooh, it depends how much grinding I do in the first playthrough, because if I do most of the work in this playthrough, that could be like maybe 5 streams, I'd say. For the New Game Plus stuff, I don't think that'll take me too long, because I can literally just go fucking ham. Just go, like, the first New Game Plus, the goal basically is just to finish the game again, and then New Game Plus 2, I think we have to kill Sif and then get to Anor Londo again. Maybe 50 hours? Alright, good. Our weapon does fuck you up. Oh, I know. It's bad. I literally, as soon as she woke me up, I was like, I've lied to myself. I should have just said, just let me sleep. Alright, Havel, easy peasy. The only thing keeping me from replaying this game is Lord Vessel for fast travel and Sen's Fortress. Yeah, Sen's Fortress is, for me, the thing that always puts me off about playing this game is Lost Izalith with the Bed of Chaos. I fucking hate that place. It's so clear that they like either ran out of time or something like that, because half the enemies are so copy pasted, it's ridiculous. My friend who isn't really into getting plats got the plat for Sekiro, Elden Ring, and Bloodborne. Are they any hard to get? I've been thinking of getting them myself. From what I hear, well, at least on my Demon Souls video, Elden Ring is the easiest of the Souls Platinums, which surprised me for some people to say. Sekiro, I've heard, is one of the hardest, and from experience, that's the one I personally find the most challenging. Bloodborne, yeah, I'd say 2 out of the 3 are probably the top tier in terms of difficulty. I think Bloodborne and Sekiro, but they're definitely doable. The hard, like, if you can beat the game, the thing is with this, any of the Souls games, platinum-wise, is if you can beat the game, you can get the platinum. Yeah, beating the game is the hard part, not the actual platinum. I've not done Lies of P yet. I played it at release with Game Pass. I played probably like 4 or 5 hours, and then I want to say like my son was sick at the time or something. I had to stop earlier than I was expecting. Alright, this is the Hydra, an optional like enemy boss. Where, guess what? You chop off their heads. I can't see. It's so hard to see, though, when they've got all this. Hello. Uh-oh. So, yeah, what we want to do, we want to kill the Hydra. And then, I think we want to quit back to the main menu, load back in. And then there should be like a golden iron golem. Oh, fuck. It's so hard to tell where the edge of that fucking water is. That's alright. The Hydra is not that bad. What other FromSoftware games do you need? The only one I have is the Demon Souls remake. Yeah, or we die. Yeah, the only one I have is the Demon Souls remake. I do kind of want to clean up the original Demon Souls on PS3. Because I think that is doable in one playthrough, if I'm not mistaken. At least with, like, certain exploits. But yeah, for now, my focus is on Dark Souls, and then we'll see kind of how we feel after that. I might be persuaded to finally put my money where my mouth is in a way and play Dark Souls 2 again, because it has been a long time. For me, yeah, I would like to at some point get all of them done, but I'm also not going to rush myself, especially, like, the motivation for me to do Dark Souls 2 is going to be a real test. What's your opinion on Marvel Rivals? I had fun with Rivals, but I'm not the biggest, like, hero shooter. Like, that's not my multiplayer, like, genre of choice, but I guess. It's definitely fun. But it's not something I, like, get too, like, obsessed with. Yeah, 2 left. What, no head? Woohoo! I don't know, this is probably like a hot take, I guess, but I had more fun playing Overwatch. Maybe that's because I didn't really, like, gel with any hero, like, too much, but alright, I forget. He probably can do some serious damage. Alright, that was easy. Never mind. Hello. To be fair, I'm talking like Overwatch. I'm not talking Overwatch 2 and how fucking disappointing that ended up being. It's like, yeah, we made a sequel, and the sequel has a story mode. Never mind, doesn't have a story mode. Keep going to the menu so it, like, certain things spawn. So we killed the Hydra, but the golden golem doesn't spawn until you come back. So it's easy to quit out and then, you know, do that. And then the same thing, this summon sign doesn't pop up until after you come back. Okay, we should be able to buy at least some of the real expensive stuff. Yeah, okay. So we'll buy repair, I reckon. And we'll do both the 2000s. That leaves 4,000 if we come back. I think we need this as well. We could go up that ladder. I can't really remember what's up here, if I'm honest. I know that, like, this area is a lot bigger than it looks. Yeah, it will be. I think this will be a dedicated video. I think it's a hefty enough one. I don't think we'll do every video is going to be a series platinum. I think, God of War was special because I was, like, basically done with most of the games. But some games I think Infamous and those Sly Cooper maybe is more in line with that. Maybe the Spyro games. But yeah, the bigger grinds and stuff like that, for sure, I think could be their own thing. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I think Overwatch was special. It was a different circumstance, but I do think most of those types of games do sort of have to be free to play now. I think we're past the point where where you pay for those types of games. Now, there is an ember around this direction, but it's near the mushrooms, which are pricks of an enemy. Favorite Souls game is Dark Souls 1. It's my favorite game of all time. That's not to say it's perfect, because the second half does fall off a cliff, in my opinion. There's some I think there's enough good in the second half that it saves itself from being just like, okay, never mind. But, like, it's no good, but yeah, the second half of this game is like, just feels rushed. Yeah, absolutely. Adamfall has, like, snuck up on me more and more. So I'd like to check that out for sure. It sort of depends. If I can finish this before that sort of drops, like the first playthrough, I'll definitely consider, like, taking a quick break from Dark Souls, because like if we're in a new game plus, like I don't really have to be like, okay, what have I done, what haven't I done type of shit. Oh, actually, these are the stairs to, yeah. Ah, I've popped out this side. Okay. I didn't know that. This is where you can get a lot of big souls. So that pops you out like more towards the basement. Do you ever play games for fun, not to plat? I mean, I am going to be doing that more for like retro games. Not like, it's hard because like platinuming games is sort of my job. Like that's the point. And like if I'm not playing a game, I don't have time in really much more extra time just to play something for me. And I get a feeling when I kind of have nights off where I'm like, I could have realistically done something. Yeah, I don't really play, just in general, I don't find myself playing games just for the hell of it, sadly. But, you know, I do enjoy what I'm doing anyway, so it's sort of that balance. Forza Horizon is, I'm not sure if it's a day one pickup just because I have already played it before. It's I'll say it's potentially a day oneer. I tell you what is a day one pickup though, if it is announced or released, is the Gears collection for sure. Yeah, that would be great. Well, I think they kind of have to turn down the Seriously trophies because there's not going to be any multiplayer. It's all single player, and co-op obviously, but yeah, it's no more multiplayer grind, so it could be a lot more doable. I still remember getting, I think it was Seriously 2.0. I played a shit ton of Gears 2. Yeah, this is where it is. Okay, so this, I can see Sif over there, which we could potentially go after. These things are so tanky, it's redonkulous. And, is the chest around here, guys, or... Guys? Yep, it's right there. Ugh, I hate this area. I'll take it. It's always that way. That's why I never get too, like, amped up about any of this shit. It's just, there's no point getting, like, excited or too hopeful about just rumors. Because until they're, like... Until anything's announced, it's all just... You can say anything. If you got... You can just be like, yep, this is a thing. Alright, this is Sif, the Great Wolf. Which does have a... I do like if you wait and you do the DLC and then you free Artorias and all that, it has a different cutscene and stuff, but we don't need to do the DLC. I've wanted to play Gears Tactics for a while. I just have not for whatever reason. Alright, let's see what you got, Sif. The good thing about Sif is he gets easier as the fight goes. It's just about like, once you get to a certain point, he starts being a real pushover. The fact I took so much damage on one hit, though, is crazy. Hello. We're already out of Estus. We can't do this. This is just fucking... This is a bad run at it. Yeah, see, he gets, like, more wounded as the fight progresses. It's pretty dope. Okay, if he keeps doing that, I'm gonna get fucking cooked by, like, a backstep. Okay, now I'm definitely in the realm of getting cooked by a backstep. I thought I might have had it there. Yeah, the skill issue. Yeah, that's why. I turned it off. Yeah, Sif is a dope fight. I really enjoy it. We could have got there if I just had, like... If I hadn't gotten fucked up by the mushrooms. Not looking at the boss is dangerous. Shocker. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, he's getting a bit slower as the fight goes on. Like, it does get to a point where he's just, like, barely attacking. I'll show you. There we go. See? It's a little upsetting. See you, Sif. Good boy. Yeah. So we have the ring, which is good. So we can basically, once we finish with Anor Londo, we can go straight to the New Londo ruins, which is a dog shit area. And it's probably up there with Lost Izalith for me as like the worst area. I don't know. Literally outside of the Duke's Archives, I think all of the final areas are kind of crap. I don't like the Tomb of the Giants. I don't like I don't like New Londo Ruins, and I really don't like Lost Izalith. When you're first playing, how do you know what to do and where to go? I think I mean, it's kind of just like trial and error. Like, okay, don't go here because I'm going to get fucked up if I go this way. Or I'm not ready to go this way. But I would just recommend people playing, especially if you're having trouble, is to just use a guide. That's how I beat this game the first time. And that's how, you know, I sort of learned to love it. But it's not, it doesn't really, there's no real direction. It's sort of like you just have to pay attention to the cutscene and be like, okay, I need to ring 2 bells of awakening. Okay, once I've done that, what did that open? Oh, it opened this gate. Okay, I'll go here. Okay, Sen's Fortress, I have to remember to get that ring that boosts discoverability. Because we'll need that when we start doing some of the weapon grinding for specific drops. As we've done everything basically we need to do in this area, except for, obviously, like, there might be a chance, because if I finish Anor Londo this stream, I'll probably try and quickly edit the VOD down, and I might play a little bit of this off stream and just do some soul grinding, just so some of the tedium isn't, like, we're not stuck, like, okay, I can't really progress, because I have to do some soul grinding before we... because I don't want to lose this merchant, and blah, blah, blah. Try and optimize this a little better, because really, once we get done with the first playthrough, it's going to be just beeline it to the end, because there's not much more you can do for your weapons. That's usually how I beat Bloodborne, was with a guide. I would go certain places underleveled and completely miss... Yeah, 100%. I don't doubt that. That's... When I first played this game, like many people, I went to the catacombs first. Which, now knowing, I mean, Pinwheel is technically, like, you can beat Pinwheel by just going there, but it's not the way you're supposed to go. Yeah, it does, I think with, like, Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 and the games I've played, like, once, I genuinely think, okay, I might have to, like, watch, like, where the fuck to go, because I have no idea, in all honesty. But yeah, these games do not hold your hand. They don't really give, like, it's just a lot of, it can be a lot of trial and error. That was why, when I was playing Elden Ring, I sort of, like, faded off, because I was like, oh, this is, like, a proper open world, and I was like, I just wasn't in the mood for that type of experience. I tried 3 times to play Elden Ring, and I can't get into it because it's so massive. I think I'm in the same boat. I'm not really that... It just doesn't feel the same. It's not the experience I'm really looking for. Yeah, I like the old style of these games where there's small areas connected. I'm the exact same. Like, I think that is what put me off the most about Elden Ring, was just like, I'm kind of like, I like, these are technically open worlds, but then, like, they're all connected, but they're not open world. Like, that's a proper open world, and I'm like, eh. I like the more structured design, at least feel-wise. Yeah, I don't know. Elden Ring, gameplay-wise, it looks really interesting. Aesthetically, it looks awesome. Story-wise, it looks dope. But when I played it back at release, I was not overly keen on the open world stuff. Yeah, look, I'm always going to be a single player, like, enjoyer more than a multiplayer fan. Especially as I get older and I just cannot be bothered. Like, it feels like you just have to stay in the loop constantly with those types of games. I'm just like, I'm not in that mind anymore. Alright, so there should be, realistically, we should get through this without dying. We should get through Sense Fortress. Does that mean it's going to happen? Who fucking knows? It can be a little hit and miss. I haven't done this in a long ass time too. Yeah, this is an area that is interesting. I personally don't mind it, but I've done it a lot of times too. Good thing the snakes have such a big freaking wind up to get exposed. So this Zweihander is actually like goaded against them. Alright, I think the best course of action for us is to go up first. You have to be careful in this area as well, because there is some... yeah, see that blood splatter? That's telling you if you go up that lift, you're getting squished. You watch any good shows lately? What have I watched lately? I watched, when I was sick, I watched The Substance and Alien Romulus finally. They were both fucking incredible. Romulus in particular, I really, like, as an Alien fan, I loved it. Show-wise, I'm like, me and my wife kind of just watching, we watched, what are we watching? The new season of Bob's Burgers. But, like, I'm not really a TV guy. Like, I literally just watch... Like, the last show I really remember watching is bloody Fallout. I need to watch Romulus. I gave up on the Alien series after Prometheus. See, I don't mind Prometheus and Covenant, personally. But, yeah, this one, Romulus is a really, like, a massive return to form. But, yeah, I would recommend if you're a fan of the Alien movies, that like especially Alien and Aliens, Romulus is great. Alien, the original Alien is fucking phenomenal, but my favorite is Aliens, and then Romulus is up there. Romulus is like a top 3 Alien movie. Do you want to know the funniest thing about the Alien movies being on Disney Plus? Is my 2-year-old. We were scrolling through movies on Disney Plus, and he would just point at like what he thinks is cool or what he wants to watch. Usually, you know, Mickey Mouse, you know, some Disney movie. Like his Disney movie of choice at the moment is like, what's he been watching a lot of late? Oh, he recently watched a lot of Chicken Little. Anyway, we're just going through, and he just points at Alien, and he's like, this one. I'm like, no. I love it, but no way. You're gonna have bad memories associated with that movie, and I don't want you to. I want to watch it when you're older, and and be like, whoa! I love the Alien movies. Like, and there's movies I want to watch with my son, and I'm so excited to watch them with him. Alien is one of them, and Lord of the Rings obviously is another one. But those are movies I'm like, you have to be older, because there's certain. I remember when I watched Lord of the Rings, for the first time I was 6, and some things did genuinely scare me. And then you got my brother. I remember showing my brother when he was 6 and I was 8, because I asked my dad for a while, being like, what's this Jaws movie? And yeah, fucking now my brother has like a fear of sharks. You just have to know the time and place for them. Because there's some movies I still am like, I'd be worried to watch. Pinocchio scared the absolute shit out of me as a kid. It was just, oh my god, that whale part. There's so many aspects. Just the animation is creepy as hell. I can't remember if you run all the way to the end. You do. The original Jaws is fantastic. I think it holds up really well still. The rest are terrible. Even Jaws 2, which isn't as bad, is still pretty bad. Jaws 4 is genuinely just a fucking meme of a movie. Like, if you think of, like, bad shark movies, if a shark hasn't roared like a dinosaur, then they're not as bad as Jaws 4. But Jaws 1 is an absolute classic, and it's phenomenal. But yeah, Jaws, if you've never seen Jaws, Jaws 1 is like a must-watch. It's a cinema classic. I can't wait to watch Jurassic Park series with my oldest someday. Yeah, Jurassic Park be another cool one. I feel like I didn't watch them too much as a kid. I was never really like massive into dinosaurs. I was more into like the aqua stuff. You can only level up once anyway. Cool, we'll make it even numbers. I will start at some point putting my... We need 25 faith to get the last miracle. And attunement's not a bad one. Intelligence, obviously. Basically, we want to be able to be just so OP in New Game and New Game Plus. Jaws was used to study how to do horror because you don't even see the full shit. Oh, 100%. And it always gets brought up because it is such a great example of, like, what horror should be. I know it's probably going to be bad, but I have high hopes for the new Jurassic Park movie. I mean, it looks interesting. It's the movie like, all the world movies I've not really cared for in terms of, like, hype. But I could see myself being like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. Alright, I feel like this guy's textures almost didn't load. There's the old... What is he? The Iron Golem? I always want to call him the Iron Giant. Just still such an underrated movie. I saw one of those posts that was like, you can keep 3, but you have to, but 1 can never exist. What is it? And it was Treasure Planet. It was the Iron Giant, Tarzan, and I always blank on whatever the last one was. The amount of people who were saying the Iron Giant made me want to throw up. I forget what it was, but it's obviously whatever movie I'm forgetting is probably the movie I'm thinking like should probably go. But Tarzan was like, I remember my son made me rewatch that one because I was genuinely like, you know, I always was like, yeah, it's fine. I've seen it a couple of times, it's whatever. And then I rewatched it because he was watching. I was like, okay, fuck, that movie is good. The Iron Giant is a fucking incredible movie, though. That's nostalgia right there. You want to bottle up nostalgia in one movie, it's the Iron Giant. I'm about to do all 9 or however many God of War games back to back after UFC 2009. Any tips? Is a guide needed? I wouldn't say so. It's sort of just, at least with some of the later games, a lot of the, you know, collect all the Gorgonized, collect all this, like those upgrades, there's more than you actually need. Like, there's more chests than there is upgrades. Really everything. Yeah, I wouldn't say... maybe, like, video guys for, like, 2018 Ragnarok for some of those collectibles, but outside of that, nah. I did kind of feel like playing God of War Ragnarok after it. I was like, it is every God of War. Should I do Ragnarok? And I was like... By the time I finished with 2018, even though I was like, I could play it, I was also like, I'm not gonna... This is gonna be, like, a full... This isn't gonna be, oh, let's clean up the trophies. This is a start the PS4 version. Now, the Iron Golem can pretty... He's one of those weird bosses that, like, his main threat, sort of like Capra Demon, is, like, his arena. There's parts of me that's like, I wish I could re-experience this for the first time, because the first time I beat this game was so incredible. But there was parts of, like, learning to beat this game that was not so fun. I think... Okay, we're almost... That was a bit shaky. We could... heal up, but I don't think we need more than 6 Estus to beat the Iron Golem. Alright, let's see how we go. Usually I have some form of, like, a magic attack here too. Hey, bud. Yeah, see, that type of shit that will carry you. Yeah, I think we're cooked here. I called that pretty quickly. Okay, we didn't get a rhythm there. That's fine. First death of the stream. I'm not gonna complain. Or second death. I think New Vegas would be a really fun one to re-experience. New Vegas, or technically, I guess Fallout 3 or New Vegas, either or, because the first one I played was Fallout 3. And learning that made me love New Vegas. Alright, enough pussyfooting around. Now, realistically... should have equipped the Clarenthy ring. Isn't this a great fight right here? Now sit down again, mate. Don't get up. That's the thing with the Iron Golem. It can be a really easy fight, or it can be just a fucking ball like you're not going to get anything off. And you're thinking, oh wow, this is like the end of the game. This is where we've reached the top of the mountain. And then you touch this thing, you're like, oh. Yeah, I think realistically, as long as we get up to the point where we're fighting Ornstein the Smile, I think this is a good spot for it. I'm not going to beat myself up if we don't beat them this stream. Because I will say, I'll say this all the time. If you can beat Ornstein and Smo, you can beat Dark Souls 1. That is the, like, barrier to entry. I would say the same things, like Bloodborne is Father Gascoigne. If you can beat Gascoigne, you can beat the game. Demon Souls, I mean, Demon Souls are a lot of gimmick fights, but if you can beat Flame Lurker, same deal. Dark Souls 2, I don't know, obviously. Dark Souls 3, I don't know. Like, but those are the games I'm like, okay, if you can beat those, you can beat this. Welcome to Anor Londo. Alright, we have a lot of souls, and we don't really have much to do with them, to be honest, in this area. For now, so we may as well level up with them. Level up. I'll do 2 into my health, because it does help our roll out. And then I think I'm going to start doing... Wait, hang on. Before we go into Faith, how much do I need for the next 2? Okay, we can do that. Cool. Back on Twitch stream. I hate YouTube streams. I enjoy the YouTube streams, but I like the chat flow a lot more on Twitch. I think it's one of those things, there's so much content on YouTube, it's like, it can be like, okay, I'm moving on to the next thing. Yeah, well, that's the thing. There's more people who watch on YouTube, and I'm still going to be doing a YouTube stream like once a month. We'll still do the trophy list reviews until we run out, and I still have 150 people to get through after 2 streams, which is crazy. But yeah, I think there's people who are like, why don't you stream this on YouTube as well? And I just like, it's hard enough for me to focus sometimes on just, okay, let's try and cut this guy's tail off. Bang! Alright, now we don't have to worry about that. That's another tail weapon. Yeah, it's going to be a long time until we run out of trophy list though. Like, legitimately, the last time I did it, I started with 149 more people I needed to get through, like, trophy list wise. And after going through 50 trophy lists, I had more I still had 150 left. Reviewed again. I mean, by the time we get through everyone, there's probably going to be a good chance we haven't talked about someone's list for bloody 6-7 months and be like, hey, can you go over my list again? Alright, this is the sketchiest. This is the one part. Not the one part. There's a couple of parts of Anor Londo that are sketch, and this is one of them. There is a second one with the archers to actually get into the castle. And again, another time that usually like a sorcery build will help you out big time. Because these fuckers are on the chandelier, like the fucking tightrope areas. Well, that's the crazy part too. You could literally resubmit your thing. You could get no more platinums. I'd have no idea because I can't fucking, like, there's no way of remembering everyone's list anyway. I'd be like, whoa, that's crazy good. Okay, this is the sketch part. Oh, I got nervous. That's sort of my strat, is to let them fall to their deaths, honestly. It's sort of the safest way. I think there's a spell down on that chandelier too, so that's pretty good. No. Jump over here. No, 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 no. Okay, that, I think we can all agree that was some bullshit. What was that that backstab animation was long as hell. That was a ghost grab first. Jeez, Lou. I hate this game. Yeah, these aren't deaths, by the way. These are just this is just some visual glitches. I still haven't died yet. The Deathless Run is still alive. Is also to do a Souls game. I'll probably be Elden Ring, as I've heard. That's the most beginner friendly. That's what I hear. I hear it from everyone. Even though I personally think Demon Souls is the easiest because it's literally the easiest game of the series. But in terms of the platinum, apparently Elden Ring is, yeah, pretty damn straightforward. No. Woohoo! Now, don't fuck it up at the end. And good thing as well, because we've already gone back to the asylum. So we have the peculiar doll in hand. That was something we didn't have to bother with this time around. Now, that being said, I think there's still a way we fucking get killed here, and all of this is for nothing anyway, because there's a gargoyle on the other side here. I have a problem buying video games that are on sale, don't we all? The sales will get you. That's why I have over 1,000 games on Steam. Oh yeah, yeah, I think it's 1,032. I mean, I've had my account for a long ass time, but also, like with I was subscribed to Humble Bundle for years. Yeah, Steam sales, like, I've got a lot of games on there. Like, again, I'll play games wherever. I like trophy hunting on PlayStation the most, and also people like watching trophy hunting the most. Now, this is another area that, without a bit of range, can be a bit of a cunt. You sort of... Ah, yeah, that's bad. You want to hit them... with this sword, I definitely want to hit them, like, at the very end of it. Right now, it doesn't matter. I'm already fucking toxic. Oof. I was gonna say, I don't think I'm gonna make that one in time. Right now, we probably won't get our first trophy until after Anolondo. Because I'll be going to the Four Kings first, and to like set up, well, to get to the Dark Covenant ending. Alright, what I might do quickly... Not that. That was not the play. We can do more exploring here, but if I can get the shortcut, that way I don't have to go to the fucking toxic enemies first. Oh, shit. This is going to be very close. Alright, cool. Oh shit, never mind. I'm gonna have to use another fucking humanity. That was quick! Alright, there's the annex key. I think there's the occult ember up. That's what's past that doorway. I was gonna say, once again, can't really see. Uh-oh. I'll take a slight graze from these guys, honestly, because if they hit you just right, they will kill you. I know, the wheels are sketch, man. I think there's other stuff in here I might like, but as long as we pull this lever, we're good. What are you gonna do? Well, I didn't see that going as badly as it did. Alright.
Why does thee hurry toward thine death?
They're the big goofy ass footprints. Oh shit. I reckon if we get hit with blade, we might be cooked. What? Okay, I wasn't totally wrong. If you could, like, show me where you are before I kill you, that'd be great. Thank you. Alright, dope. Good. I don't think we need Priscilla's Soul twice, so this should be the last time we have to go to the Painted World. Outside of, like, doing some, like, outside of this playthrough. Yeah, I remember the first boss weapon I ever made was the Quelaag sword. And I still remember I was like, oh, this is going to be so cool. And it is really good to start with. And then, but, like, if any enemy is, like, doesn't have a weakness to fire, it's so shit. Alright, let's see if we can get inside Anor Londo. This is a fun little experience. Basically, just try not to fall. These always just reminded me of liquors. Like, why is their design so similar? That's alright. We can use our heals. Because it's not a long journey to get up that way. It's just a treacherous one. Do 300 hours worth of perma attempts. Yeah, I'm okay. That doesn't sound much easier. I knew that was coming too. Okay, just don't fuck up this last jump. Alright, we made it in first attempt. My hands are definitely not sweating at all. Yeah, this is one, like... This is where I learned, like, summoning things is not always better, because Solaire against Ornstein and Smo is basically useless, and he just makes the boss fight last longer because you've doubled their health. I wonder if anyone's here. Yeah, I know. Dude, that, I remember, he did actually, I think he has snuck up on me before, because I was, like, when I first played this, I was a fucking nonce. But, yeah, as someone who knows where a lot of the holes are, yeah, that one's like, dude. It's like me hiding with this big ass thing. Okay. What a weird little jab. I've always used heavy melee weapons. Mage is pretty... I mean, it depends on the game. Like, Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1, like, magic is so broken. Demon Souls in particular is... it's insane. There's literally one spell called Firestorm in Demon Souls, and it will one-shot, like, most bosses. I actually enjoy playing as a mage. I don't know what it is. It's not... In some of the games, it's not really even easier. Like, it's easier to have like a big ass weapon. But it is fun. It's worth trying out if you've never done it before. But yeah, in Dark Souls 1, I either like to use magic or big ass Zweihander. Yeah, wow, that was almost embarrassing. Thank you for that. Hey. My dumbass is like, yeah, cool, all done. Killed the knights. Let's move on. Yeah, alright. Shockwaved him out. What's the best Dark Souls boss? That's a great question. If we're just talking Dark Souls 1, I think it is probably Ornstein and Smo. But if we're talking the whole series, that's when it gets, I mean, really interesting. Pinwheel? Oh yeah, Pinwheel's goated boss fight. Artorias is a great fight. I think Manus is a really good fight too. There's a DLC fight in Dark Souls 3. I'm blanking on which one it is. But it's the one with the lady and the big ass dude. It's like 3-phase, 4-phase fight. But I think in terms of like in just all phases, that bot... Sister Frieda, yeah, Fried, that's right. Yeah, that's a great fight. That was probably my favorite, like, wow moment when I first played it. I was like, holy crap. Does it matter in which order we kill him? Like, do we have to do both, or can we just do the same? Is there anything tied to having a super Ornstein or a super Smo that we need trophy-wise? You have to do both. Okay. I'm glad I found that out. So we're going to have to try our best. Ornstein I just find so much easier to kill first. Yeah, I do not want to be in New Game Plus trying to kill a super Ornstein, if I'm honest. I feel like that's not going to go my way. Alright, let's see how we go. I will toot my own horn as well. I'm impressed we made it to Ornstein and Smo, because I thought the Painted World was going to take way longer. Mainly because Ornstein, like, I feel like he challenges you way more. Okay, yeah, that's not a good start. Yeah, the music is fucking dope. I knew I was dead there. As soon as I got hit by the first Smo attack, I was like, I don't have time right now to heal. Alright, that's alright. Ornstein and Smo, I'm expecting to take us some time. That was just a trial attempt until the first... Yeah, exactly. That was just a trial, and then when I beat them, that was my actual first attempt. Especially when you do this, because I'm pretty sure you have to worry about Ornstein fucking doing some jumpy shit. Wow, I thought I was safe there. That's alright. To be fair, I don't really remember Super Ornstein. Like his moveset, like, at all. I remember doing that shit. No! Fucking button Q. I remember the first time I played this fight and I was like, I'll just weaken them both really low and then I'll kill one of them. And then it'll be easy, and then it's like, oh wait, they fucking heal up. Never mind, this is terrible. Oh. I thought you couldn't attack me through smoke! I got greedy. Okay, we should have had that. I got greedy because Ornstein hadn't attacked me through. He hadn't attacked me through smoke before. He did a rude bait and switch on me. Okay, could I like hit Smo at all, or is that foreboding? Not through smoke, through Smo. He was behind Smo. I was like, oh, I'm good. See, like that. Okay, we got one, I know. Crazy. Alright. Super Ornstein is gonna be super hard. Since you're Australian, my brother has just moved there for the next few years. How often do spiders or other things climb up the toilet? It depends where you live, to be fair. If he's in Queensland, like up the top, then yeah, you might get a fair... You might get some. Not too... But yeah, it's not something I have to worry about. Oh yeah, that's a perfect time to kick against Ornstein. Super Ornstein, who's not going to get stunned. Oh shit, I might be... Am I dead here? I'm not feeling great after that, I'll be honest. That's fine, that's fine. I'm sweating, I'm sweating. Okay, I guarantee you checked the tape, and I did not get hit there. Don't get greedy, Jimmy. I am curious how much damage this does. Okay, not bad. No, stop whiffing, man. Fuck you, you bitch. Yes! What's that? 3 attempts? I'll take that. I'll take 3. I'll take 3 attempts on that, because, yeah, again, Super Ornstein, I am not familiar with your game, like, at all. We'll go do Firelink Shrine, yeah, because what I want to do is, we might get a trophy this stream. I didn't expect to be in Anolondo for not very long. So, I think we have most of these. But you definitely want Soul Spear and Homing Soul Mass. Which I can get both of them. I feel like the rest we already have. So I'd rather not double up. You know what? I will go down. Let's try and do this, okay? We need the very large ember at the very least, regardless. And to, like, hop around, teleport, and to, like, place the Lord Vessel and all this shit. I do not expect to get through this in one go. I'm not gonna lie, we could die a few times and be like, I've had enough. Yeah, if you've never played Dark Souls before, you're about to see just a terrible mechanic. You have to have a certain item just to do anything. Every time you do dumb shit like this, there's a ghost waiting for you. Just a little tidbit for people as well. It's a good rule of thumb. Just smack it. If there's an item nearby, like, just smack the wall near it and there's probably a ghost. And you also need to have your transient curse equipped to let you know when you might have run out. There's nothing worse. Yeah, kick this ladder down. That's at least a shortcut for us. Okay. Just run, run, run. I honestly thought I died there. Yeah, I think the second half of this game just falls off. It is what it is. Yeah, I also enjoy being able to see. It's kind of it's kind of like comes with the territory, I thought, but apparently not. And that was another enemy. I'm pretty sure I just saw dissolve into nothing. Trophy-wise, we basically have all the weapons to fully upgrade. We have a couple of covenants to unlock. Uh-oh. And we have both of the endings. And I think that's it. Yeah, a lot of the grindy stuff. I started this back in 2023. But then stopped because I had to do a lot of level grinding and whatnot. And I was just like, I'll do that off stream, and never came back to it. And now I started a new game, which I kind of wish I didn't because I had some Black Knight weapons that could have been handy, but whatever. Oh, no way, yeah. Pretty easy. It's there's some covenant grinding in terms of, like, we have to level up, I think, a couple of them to a certain level for some spells and miracles and all that sort of stuff, but I'll figure that out before, probably before next stream, honestly. Alright, the water is lowered. That's good. I'm just going to be happy. I definitely think we'll go for Lost Isleth next, as in the world. And then I'll come and we'll do the rest of them. But yeah, definitely want to get the shit ones out the way. Now, I have to remember as well, if we do get up to the Four Kings part, I need to, like, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I also need to remember to put the Abyss Ring on. There's a Dark Wraith somewhere here, I'm pretty sure. There you go. Come here, butch. As long as we get the very large ember and we do all this, I can really start cooking again. Because once we get to plus 15, like, we're in good hands. I think we actually have to come down here again and farm those dark race, because I think they have a chance of dropping more Titanite slabs. Alrighty, very large ember. Good, good, good. Okay, I did not expect you to be able to do that. That's fine. That's fine. We've got the shortcut stuff. We got the large ember. I'm happy. Now we get to go back with 10 Estus and kind of cruise a little bit. What do we got in here? Chunk, yes. How many chunks do we have now? 8. Okay, we're pretty close then. 8 might be enough actually, because the last upgrade is a Titanite slab. I honestly can't really remember where we're going. I think we go through like this big hall, and on the other side is like a way down. Again, just remember to stop before we get to the end of the thing. Oh, good. My roll's actually, I mean, it says it's a fat roll, but it's not terrible. Alright. The Abyss. Hang on. I'm used to rolling, honestly. Uh-oh. That's never good. Alright, we got this. Just don't use all your things at once. Uh-oh. What? I was like, what's that doing? Come on. First try would be great. We got this. We got this. I think. As long as he doesn't pull out an attack that's crazy. Uh-oh. Don't do this. Don't kill me on 1 health. When you're like 1 hit away. Don't do that to me. Woohoo! This should be a trophy, actually. What am I talking about? I didn't kill the 4 kings, I don't think, of the last one. Hey! Defeat the 4 kings. Let's go. Woohoo! Alright, we should... That's a good one, because that means we get another one right here. So we died once there. That is crazy. We had a lot of close calls, but we only died the one time through New Londo Ruins. We're having a pretty good run. I don't think I played this well when I had the bloody Black Knight Halberd and all that crap. Alright, now we can join the Dark Wraiths. I think there might be some level of grinding we need to do in this covenant. What it is, I can't remember.
If you wish, the legendary
There we go. Covenant Dark Wraith. Sweet! We got 2 trophies. It's been so long. That's so fucking funny. 4 kings. More like poor things. Modify equipment. Whew. Alright. I'm not sure if I can fully upgrade this, but we're gonna find out. Beautiful. Went from +10. Hey! Another one! That's 3! Strongest weapon. Acquire the best weapon through standard reinforcement. Alrighty. Well, that's one. That's one done. I think that's what we're going to leave it on, because I don't know where I want to spend my souls just yet. And I don't want to walk around with 67,000. But yeah, I think, again, making some damn good progress. Damn good. First stream. Ring both the Bells of Awakening, do some weapon grinding, that sort of thing. This stream, start at Sense Fortress, already have killed one of the fucking last 4 bosses. Now this is where it does get shaky and it gets a bit more grindy, but if we do it all here, it just means the next 1.5 playthroughs aren't as big a pain in the ass.